Da, 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 da. We'll see how this goes. Wait for people. Hello. Hello, peoples. Back again. And not super late. I mean, it wasn't super late, but it was like evening yesterday or earlier today. I wanted to be like even earlier today. I didn't want to like be quite this late in the afternoon, but I had work that I had to finish and it took longer than I wanted it to. But now I'm done for like the day. So it's very exciting. It means I can do things like go live, but also hopefully recording some stuff later today. Hopefully. But we'll see. Hello. Wait for people to come. uh, hopefully my internet will be okay. I say just before it starts to buffer. We'll see. We'll see how this goes. Hopefully it'll be okay. For some reason, my phone is not updating the chat. There we go. Thank you, Grammy, for putting a thing in the announcements for my Discord. I appreciate that. Being a good mod. I am live now. I I was going into this where I was like, these episodes aren't gonna be that intense. I was like, we just had some intense episodes. We had a lot going on, and then we had like kind of like a sad, you know, bit of a character episode with like Orihime having to leave and stuff. And I was like, this is just gonna be like characters dealing with like the guilt and the sadness that she's not around and stuff. And I think that that's what 142 is gonna be. I feel like we're gonna deal with like the whole Tatsuki thing where like she saw well they came back from the Soul Society and she like saw Ichigo in his like Shinigami form and then she got attacked by Arankar and then we just kind of like left her for a while. We didn't deal with all that. And then so I think we're gonna like go like do we see how she's dealing with it? Like especially since like her best friend is just like gone and probably no one is gonna tell her like exactly what's going on. But then considering what episode 143 is called, it looks like we're going to be dealing with Grimmjow. And anytime Grimmjow's in an episode, it's always intense. Always. And I don't know what he's doing. I don't know, like, to what extent he's going to be part of these next couple of episodes. But it's going to be intense because he's always, like, aggressive and, like, looking for a fight. So I'm nervous about what that is gonna be about. So we'll see, I guess. I mean, you guys probably know. And I'm just sat here being worried because I don't know yet. we'll have to I'll also have to put like a poll over on Discord. Um Link in the description if you haven't joined my Discord and you want to. Um just a shameless plug right there, but about the filler episodes like 147, 148 and 149 are filler, but I also had someone, it was either my reaction on Monday or yesterday, someone commented saying that like there's some stuff in those filler episodes that I should know about. So I don't know if you guys want me to watch them or skip them like I was planning to. So I'll have to like put a poll or something over there to decide that. Probably not right away. Ooh, because we still have like a few episodes to go, but I'll have to decide if I'm gonna watch them or not. Where is everybody? It's almost like in the middle of the afternoon on like a Wednesday is a weird time for people. Oh, I'm like buffering again. We'll see how my internet holds up. We'll see how well this works today. Because it was fine yesterday. And then today it's being weird again. Which is a shame because, like, I literally have no other work to do today. And I'm like, that means that I can film things. You know, I can do a live stream, I can film some stuff, but I can't I can't stream the episodes if my internet is being weird. So I need the internet gods to work with me today because I have free time. Yeah, those Grammy, those episodes are like filler, so I was gonna skip them, but not if there's like stuff in it that you guys think that I should see. Even if it's just like one of the episodes, because the way that I have it lined up now is it's gonna be like so like 142 and 143 today, and then 144 and 145 next. I don't know, hopefully it'll be tomorrow, but next. So then like 146 will be like by itself if I'm skipping the filler, because I don't want to go from like 146 to 150. It'd be a weird jump. Um, so if like even if just one of the episodes I should watch, then I'll just like watch it with like after 146. Or if I should watch all three of them, then I'll just watch 147 with it. So, um, I'll put a poll over on Discord to just be like whether I should watch it. If more people think that I should watch the fillers, then I will. And if more people think I shouldn't, then we'll watch them later. We'll watch them at a later time. Doesn't matter to me, so I mean, I guess it matters in that like I would prefer to know what I need to know, but I'm like nervous now that I know that Grimmjow's gonna be in one of at least one of these episodes. I was so ready for this to be like some character development, some like analyzing the like relationships between characters, especially since like Shinji showed up to help the Soul Reapers fight against the Arankark. So I'm like, okay, Vizard has like made like I guess it's just Shinji, but like Shinji is part of Vizard, and because of that, he kind of like represents Vizard like making a move in the conflict, which we haven't seen up to this point. And the fact that they're like it's like on the side of Soul Reapers, Soul Society and stuff is like a very interesting thing. And I know that it's just Shinji and it's not Vizard in general, but it definitely changes the dynamic of the conflict, and it definitely changes the dynamic between like Ichigo and Shinji. So I feel like that's gonna be something that we deal with too. Like I feel like Tatsuki might be like the main person that we're dealing with, like her relationships with like the different characters that are like have more spirit pressure and stuff like that. And like obviously her losing her friend. But also we have to deal with the fact that like Shinji did decide to fight in order to like protect Ichigo. Even if he was like a little bit passive aggressive about it, he still made that decision. And I feel like because of like what I've seen of Vizard, that they feel very like more close knit. They feel more like they're going to make decisions collectively, not because they have like someone who's like in charge. Like I feel like the Arankar make decisions independently, but then they have to like begrudgingly work together because Aizen said so. Whereas like Vizard seems more like collective decision making. They seem more like like they enjoy each other's company and they respect each other's input even if they bicker and seem like they don't. So like one of them making a decision is going to like impact the decision of the rest of them in a more direct way than I think like the Arrancar would. So the fact that Shinji was like stepping in and deciding to be part of that conflict, and I know like even before, like when we were seeing Ichigo just like leave to go and fight the Arrancar, that there was like discussion among them of like be part of the fight, like whether or not they should get involved. So I feel like there's gonna be more of like that decision making of like what side as at least this group from Vizard going to make, because I know that there's like a bunch of them. It's like an organization. So we've only seen like this group of them, but I feel like they're gonna have to make a decision of like where they fall on this conflict. Are they on their own side? Are they on the Soul Society's side? Are they on the Arankar's side? Like where are they at? So maybe we'll deal with some of that in like the next episode. I feel like Urahara too is like, the gears are turning in his head and he's like trying to figure out what's going on, especially since he's really good at like analyzing things. And we saw a little bit of that in episode 140 when he was fighting um against the Arankar, where like he was fighting Yami and he was like very good at like analyzing his abilities and his fighting style and adapting very quickly to those. So I feel like uh Urahara has like a much better idea of what's going on than he might let people think, especially since he is part of like the research department in the Soul Society. So we know that he's smart and we know that he has a lot of tactical knowledge. So I feel like he's definitely trying to figure out what's going on. And I think he has a few ideas. He's had serious face for the last couple of episodes. So I feel like he's on to something. But I also know that Aizen's really smart and he's up to something. Like he's doing something to like up his plans, like make them faster than what the Soul Society thinks they're gonna be and causing issues. And I think part of that, you know what just clicked in my head? You guys, I feel dumb, but also smart. This literally just came into my head because we have a timeline, right? So they were like, okay, nothing's gonna happen until the like device thing. I can never remember the name of it because I can never remember the spelling, but the like little orb thing that was in Urukia that can like turn hollows into like Arankar and stuff. There's a time limit on that, right? Like we have to wait for it to be ready. A time-based thing. And Orihime can supposedly control time. So Is Aizen getting Orihime so that he can alter time on the thing so that it can be used sooner? Is that his plan? Because if it is, it's brilliant and also terrifying. I mean, don't tell me if I'm right, but like, but like, I think that's his plan. Because like, if he can speed up time on it, then he can use it sooner, right? Like, if he just there's like a bubble of time around it, and he makes it go forward, then it'll be ready way before it's supposed to. Oh no! That's totally his plan, isn't it? That literally just came into my head as I was talking about it. I was like, what is his plan? Why does he want her? Like, what could Orihime possibly do that no one else can? That's my prediction, guys. That's my prediction going into this. I don't know if it's right, but that's where my brain's at. Oscar! Hello! Just in time because I was gonna start watching the episode after I blew my own mind. I like, man, that'd be so good if that's what it is, but also, you know, internal screaming about if that's it. Maybe it's all an elaborate ruse to see if Orihime can understand consent. Went over this yesterday. Consent is important. I knew you had those eyes and glasses. That's it though. It's my smarty specs. The next two episodes. Oscar, don't make me panic. That makes me think that something really important's gonna happen. Ugh. I hope, one, I hope that my prediction is right about why Aizen wants Orihime, and two, I hope that Urahara figures it out. I hope that that's how his brain's working. Even if it's not like my hypothesis isn't correct, I hope that Orihime figures it out. That Urahara figures it out and like knows what Aizen wants Orihime for. Okay, you guys got got 142 lined up so we can watch this because I don't think I can let myself think about this anymore because I'll just keep like wrinkling my own and it'll only get worse the more I think about it. I have Totoro. Totoro is always within reach. Always. Because I don't trust Bleach not to hurt me. And yet, it also brings me so much joy. It's a difficult relationship, me and Bleach. It's me and anime in general. Okay, anime puts me through a lot, and yet I love it so much. What does that say about me? I don't want to know, but let's watch these episodes. I do think this episode, at least 142, is going to be like more character based. I definitely think that. But I've been wrong before. My predictions are not always correct. So I could be completely wrong. So count you guys in. We'll watch this episode. I'm so excited because of like, I want to know if I'm right. If I could be like a little bit pretentious for a second. I want to know if I'm right. Okay. In three, two, one, go. I want to know if I'm right. I do think like this is gonna be like more of a response to what happened in the last couple of episodes. People are gonna be dealing with like self-doubt and feeling guilty and that kind of a thing. But 143 I think is gonna be the one that's gonna like make my blood pressure go up because anything with Grimmjow in it, I'm like I'm nervous about. I also want to know how much we're gonna see of like Orihime with like Aizen in the Aranka. Because I don't know. Because sometimes I'm like normally in shows you won't see a lot of what's going on with like the villains because it causes suspense to like not know what their plan is. But Bleach tends to like show all the different sides of things. Like they tend to not rely on like not showing stuff to surprise viewers. They like show you just enough that you could figure enough that it's easy for you to figure it enough that it's easy for you to figure it out. So Aizen wants to marry Orihime. I hope not. That'd be so weird. How old is he in like Soul Reaper years? I assume he's been around for quite a while. Yes, they did show. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Ichigo did not do great in that fight in the latter half. Amazingly well in the beginning, but he didn't quite see it through. 700 years old? Thereabouts for Aizen? Yeah, he's way too old for her. Yeah, I'm like, Aizen's been around for a while. Even by like Soul Reaper standards, I think. Because we've seen like flashbacks of like the other characters being really young, and Aizen was like already a captain. So, episode 142. Is Ichigo healing okay without Orihime there to help him? Turn back time and stuff? Ooh, elegant. I've gotten out of bed like that too. You just like flop out. I love the self awareness too. Are we healed up after the whole. Oh, did Orihime heal him before she left? Like last night when she was saying goodbye? Toshiro? An emergency because she's gone? Or because we can't get a hold of Soul Society? She's not here. Ooh, we got in contact. It's true. Nope. There's definitely a situation. Do they know that the Aranko are there? Especially since the two guards got chopped up quite a bit. Ooh, did you heal them? Like enough for them? Dun, dun, dun. This is true. It's something to consider. They don't know what the Anka want her for, so you have to consider that they might try to kill her. That just means she was alive at some point. It does prove that she eventually got to the living world, though. That's also something that they'll probably consider. That she switched sides. I mean, I think she went on her own accord, but like, probably to save some people. You will. How? But you gotta go get her. You gotta. Nah, they're not gonna abandon her. They're gonna go rogue. This is what they do. People tell them, like, it's too much of a risk to do this thing. And then Ichigo and his friends go and do the thing anyway. So you might as well help them out. You prepared for this. Hello. Ooh, even Byakuya? Dang. Bringing the big guns for this. But they can't take Ichigo because Ichigo's not actually part of the Soul Society. He can definitely go rogue. Look at that determined look. He's got a furrowed brow. He's gonna go anyway. He's not gonna listen. That's not gonna fly. Ichigo didn't go do great with authority in general, let alone when it means he has to like abandon one of his friends. Hello, AB. We're watching episode 142. You might as well just help him. He's gonna do it anyway. Tatsuki, you trying to hunt down your friends? Specifically, yeah, Hime. I feel so bad for her because she really doesn't know what's going on. Like, she's been left out of the loop for so much of it that, like, she probably has, like, suspicions because she can, like, sense and see certain things, but that probably just makes it worse. Like, the fact that she has some idea that something is being kept from her and nobody's, like, telling her. Oh no, you're sick, AB? That's too bad. Watch some Bleach with us then. That's what I mean, I watch anime when I'm sick, so it's true, you shouldn't just pick up mystery packages. Like it's just like, thanks. Heartfelt Ichigo. Could have just knocked. Oh. Are we gonna get some fatherly advice? Because that might be needed at this point. Ishin, do the wisdom thing that you do every once in a while. Oh no. Gon's also gonna try and cheer him up. Don't throw yourself out a window this time, though. It didn't work last time. Are we flopping under the bed? Yep. I'm surprised he's waited this long to do something. I expect him to be more impulsive about it, but oh no! It's like his ass in the being chaotic as usual. Aw. I love that all of his friends are trying so hard to cheer him up, even if they don't know exactly what he's upset about. Ooh, is he making a plan? Are we getting ready to go after Orihime? Sounds like it. Why do I feel like she might pick a fight with him? Oh yeah, she looks angry. She's probably more angry that like Orihime is not there, but Ichigo is, because it means that he's not with her. So something must have be going on, right? Don't play it up. You gotta tell her at least something. Outwardly lying is not the way to go. You gotta just give enough of the truth for it to be like the truth, but not all the truth. You're gonna have to give her something, cause she can definitely pick a fight with you, unless you like pull out your Zanpakuto or something. Ooh, yeah. See? Ooh, wow, yeah. Heck of a right hook. Even Asuna went like serious. Ichigo, you're gonna hate yourself for this decision later. Hello, Urahara. Is he gonna help him travel to where the Yonko are? Like with the Soul Society? Of course you did. I was gonna say, Urahara is no stranger to going against stuff. Ooh, that the Soul Society says, Ishida? He's here and looking like a Quincy. So no. Ugh, my boys. They're definitely going with you, Ichigo. Ooh, Ichigo's getting punched by a lot of his friends today. Said those going. He promised he'd have your back, remember? You have his back, he has yours. What was the point of getting stronger if they're just gonna stay behind when it matters? Blur, stay out of this. Don't encourage them. To be continued. Oh, the next episode is the one that's gonna be intense, isn't it? Setting up thumbnails without getting spoiled. I make my own thumbnails. So I try my hardest not to like really search when I'm making them. I thought about getting kind of like a generic one to just have for like the live stream part and then afterwards making one so that I can kind of like take like screen captures like I usually do. Like I usually take like screenshots of like specific stuff that I want for my thumbnail, but I don't know. I don't know how best to do it. But hey, if anyone wants to make thumbnails for me who's like better at it, let me know. I feel like the next episode is going to be when I need Totoro because we're going to be trying to get to where the Arrancar are. I feel like maybe we won't see them fully get into it the next episode though. We gotta check in with Orihime, right? Like, what's she doing? What is the Soul Society doing to like prep for what's about to happen? I'm trying to brace myself. Oh, we are gonna see her with Aizen. We haven't seen Byakuya in a while. That's true. Are they buds? I didn't say I'll eat Totoro. I'll need Totoro. That's what I said. Did it sound like I said I would eat him or them? Never. I love my Totoro too much for that. Ow. I don't know if you guys could hear that, but that was my shoulder. Oh, you guys. I knew that we were gonna have to deal with the whole Tatsuki thing eventually. But I hate that Ichigo was like straight up lying to her. Like he had to give her just like enough of the truth that she had an idea what was going on. He shouldn't have just like straight out lied to her. and he deserved to get punched. I'm just look, I'll Ichigo, a great character. I'm usually Team Ichigo when it comes to conflicts, but I think he deserved that punch this time. If I get so stressed that I start to like bite Totoro, no, it's like furry. No, I wouldn't do that if I got stressed. I think if the only thing is if I got like so overwhelmed by something, I might throw him. But I feel like that would be like the extent of my emotional outburst. I don't I don't think Tatsuya would want to go necessarily. I mean, I think she would want to go. Like I think she would want to help, but I think she also knows that she can't. Um I feel like it'll be a lot like the conversation she had with Orihime about like when Orihime was like, I'm leaving, and like we know she was going to the Soul Society, but like Tatsuki didn't. And she was like, I need to go do this thing and it's super dangerous. And Tatsuki was like, okay, like I can't go with you, I can't help you with it, but like promise me I'll come back, right? Like her being supportive with like the little information she had and like not necessarily like needing to be part of it, even though she probably wanted to be. So I feel like if Ichigo had taken like a similar approach to what's going on, that there would have been like a similar response from Tatsuki because she's not as impulsive as like Ichigo is. So I think like she would want to go, but I don't think she would necessarily insist on helping and going. Oh, okay, we'll see. Some people need to go, that's fine. Have fun with Quran classes. Ooh, I think I read the Quran. I read random religious texts sometimes. This is where you started to not like Orihime? Why? I guess I'll find out. This is not a good question to ask. I'm sure I'll see kind of how she deals with this situation. I think it'll definitely be like a test of like who she is, like how resourceful she is, how like determined she is, what she's capable of doing on her own because she's like for now she's actually on her own. She's going to have to deal with what's coming at her without relying on anyone else to be there with her or to like give her advice. So I think this will definitely be a good test to kind of see where Orihime is in her character development. Uh, you read uh the look that Tatsuki gave Ichigo? Oh, Rukia gave? Because Orihime healed him. I think that was definitely because like it meant that if Orihime had showed up to heal him, it meant that like she wasn't captured while she was traveling between worlds. Like she wasn't taken directly from there to like where the Ankar are. Like it meant that she like had been in the living world for a little while and chose to like not because they don't know that like she wasn't able to communicate with them or like they couldn't see her. So like Rukia probably thinks that like Orihime chose to not like come and talk to her and come and talk to everyone else and like let them know what was happening before she left. So like the look from Rukia is probably just like panic at the idea that someone she considers a friend voluntarily in some way chose to go with the enemy. I don't think it's jealousy. are we are we ready for episode 143? I'm like hype and also kind of sure that I'm not ready. Because whatever I think's gonna happen in this episode, I feel like I'm wrong in some way. I feel like we're gonna be dealing with how they're gonna get over to where the Anka are. We're gonna be dealing with like what's going on with Orihime being there and like what Aizen wants. I want to know if my hypothesis about what Aizen's plan is for Orihime is right, because I'll feel pretty smart if I'm right. And if I'm wrong, I'll feel like I normally do, which is that like Bleach always goes against my expectations in like the best way possible. Okay. Does everyone have their episode so we can watch it? Drink of water before we get into it. Oh, Oscar didn't hear it. Okay, for people who came in partway through, because I'm excited. Oh, I like knocked my glasses. I'm excited about my theory about Aizen. So, the the device thingy that Aizen has that's like to turn hollows into Ankar, right? The thing that he got from Rukia, the whole like Soul Society arc was all leading up to. That thingy, right? There's a time limit on it. Like they have to wait for it to fully awaken. So there's like a certain period of time that needs to pass in order for him to properly be able to use it. Because right now it has to like partly fuse with him for him to be able to like sort of like mimic that it's been awakened or whatever. We saw that like the little clip at the end of one of the episodes. So time is involved. Orihime supposedly has this ability to manipulate time, right? That's like she's not really healing people, she's like turning back time, which means that theoretically she could put forward time. So, my theory is Aizen wants Orihime so that she will put the little like orb thing forward in time so it awakens a lot sooner than it should. And then he's going to be able to attack like way before the end of the year when everyone thinks he can. Because he's like making it go forward in time, right? Am I That's my theory. That's what I think Aizen's plan is, and that's how he's going to like catch the Soul Society by surprise. So that's my thought. If I'm right, I'm going to feel real smug. If I'm not right, it'll be fine. I'll be like, we'll get the next thing right. Yeah, don't tell me if I'm right. I want to find out if I'm right by watching the show. But I'm just like, letting you guys know my thought process, which I literally thought of like during this live. Before I watched like the 142, I was like just talking about stuff that was going on and like things that I was thinking about going to the episode, and like things shifted in my brain and I was like, oh, is that why he wants her? Is that why he wants it? Main villain confirmed. Do I think like a villain? I mean, I've always liked villain characters, so maybe that's it. I was also in one of my like politics classes way back in high school. We had to like take one of these tests that was like, what kind of a leader are you? Um, and apparently I am an autocratic leader. So, there's a little bit of moral ambiguity, maybe. I think mostly I'm a good person. I just think that I know the best way to do things and people should just listen to me. Okay, let's let's watch episode 143 because I think this is when we're really going to get into some interesting stuff and uh I just need to watch it, okay? I don't need to justify it to you guys. You probably know what's happening and you're also excited. Okay. In three, two, one, go. I really do think like a villain. Look, an autocratic ruling style is only bad in terms of like how you run a country. Like if you're tyrannical, obviously bad. What if I'm benevolent? A benevolent autocratic leader. It could happen. Maybe it's just the glasses. Maybe the glasses are what make me think like a supervillain. If I took them off, you know, my glasses off, I'm just a normal person, right? But the glasses on, I'm a villain. Especially the glare. If there's a glare on my glasses and you can't see my eyes anymore, then there's definitely some villain stuff going on, right? I'm so excited that Ishida is back. I missed him. And it looks like he healed from being shot in the chest, so that's good. Interested to see what kind of like where his powers are at, like how much they've developed and he's able to use them again. Start quoting Aizen. That's true. A lot of autocratic leaders are like, I'll be a great leader. Don't worry about it. And then, it all goes downhill from there. It's fine. I have no interest in politics. I'll never get into government. Don't worry about it. Oh, he should have just given her something. Something about what's going on. My god complex is justified. I mean, I don't have a god complex. I don't think. I don't think of myself as being particularly of note. I'm just a person. My boy Sado getting involved. Always like that. Didn't Ishida say that he wasn't gonna get involved with Soul Reapers? Isn't this getting involved? Isn't his dad gonna like flip out or something? Where's his dad at? Ooh, they followed him. Gonna demand answers. Oh, Ichigo's a substitute Soul Reaper, so it's like a loophole. What about getting involved with like Urahara? Does Urahara count as still being a Soul Reaper? In that like he still has like his Zanpakuto. He just isn't part of the Soul Society. I mean, I'm not arguing. If he can find technicalities and make it work, I'm all for it. I just don't think his dad will see it that way. Who's gonna go first? Go up and knock on the door. You're not ready for what you're about to find. I can tell you that much. At least he's being nice about it. Right, just move towards the darkness. It'll be fine. Oh, so we're like doing things now and asking for forgiveness later. We got the fighting music going on though. Ishida's got his cape, he's ready. Does he have a spare cape? Because he needed one last time. Urahara always knows. But he won't. He's too good at making friends. What are we doing to Urahara? How we get involved? Aizen. Aizen always has a plan. Probably best not to argue with him. Because the last time somebody argued with him, Fosun chopped off their arm. Just putting that out there. I guess she could, couldn't she? Oh no. Because she can turn back time. It's not healing. So it would work, right? Oh no. I don't want him to be at full power again. He's hard enough to deal with when he was with one arm. Yeah, it's gonna work. No, it's because we're trying to play a god that we want to have Odahime's power. It was number. Doesn't yeah, I was like, doesn't Loopy have the 6 now? So who gets to be part of the Espada? I mean, I guess that solves that. I don't like the evil laughter being part of this too. Now I'm even more worried about what they're running into because it involves Grimmjow with like his full power back. So they'll be careful. I need you to be okay in general. Don't be like that, Ishida. Boys, focus. That's what I was talking about. Oh? Urahara's just like makes a little porthole. He's like, hello. Is it lucky or did you plan it? Asking for help. I like that Urahara's like, moving the different people and pieces and like taking a more active part in what's going on because he knows it's important. A loophole. See, Urahara always knows how to bend the rules a little bit. I mean, I have my suspicion that that's what got him kicked out of the Soul Society, but he knows how to just, make sure that he can find those loopholes, make it work for him. It's forced, but if it works, it works. Yeah, he's gone. At least he left a note. You don't deserve it, but he left a note. No way. Uh-oh. Confrontation of the dads? So they know each other? Got his powers back. Did he not have them for a while? Hmm. For a second I thought you should just dad cared. And then he was like, meh. You think wait, you think that you're a worse dad than him? Hang on. You're a much better dad than him. It's not much of like a cell to be in. There's like a nice carpet and a sofa. It's better than what you had in the Soul Society. I hate to give them, that kind of acknowledgement, but is that really necessary? Ooh, is it theirs? Is it like Ichigo's? Making themselves known? This is when I think like the next couple of episodes are gonna be like when things really start to happen. Now that Aizen knows they're there. God, what's their plan though? Like, they can't even fight Grimmjow, let alone Aizen. I'm just hoping that they won't notice. There's like a bunch of Arunkar there. There's a Spada there. Aizen there. Geen there. What? What's the game plan, guys? Not that I don't want you guys to win. I can only have so much confidence. Especially considering, like, Ichigo and the Soul Society have lost every fight against the Arunkar so far. Their plan is we'll save Orihime, and that's as far as they got. Probably gonna meet a bunch of the other Espada, right? That's right, you shouldn't smoke in a hospital. not the way a doctor would usually think. Oh, let me make it slightly low. Thank you, Javi, for the recap of names, but I will probably not remember all of those. I know that they like Huko Mundo is like where the Arankar are, where like the Hollow World. But like usually when they're talking about it, they're referring to like Aizen and the Arankar, but um I don't expect to remember all the names and then be able to pronounce them, okay? I know when they come up. Ooh, I should turn off my timer. I know when they come up that they're like, what they refer to. But uh garganta means throat. Interesting. That's the like pathway. Uh Aizen space has sophisticated technology. I mean, I feel like Aizen can just like sense that there are other people, right? Like I'm assuming that there's not a lot of like new spirit pressure around that they can like figure it out. I mean, Katsuki can figure out if there's like new people with spirit pressure wandering into her hometown. I'm sure Aizen can figure it out. It's definitely some odds that don't look great for our team, for our characters about the whole going up against a bunch of Arankar and Aizen and Gin. Gin hasn't really been around. We've seen him like twice? Once? Did we only see him after Tosen chopped off Grimmjow's arm? He's just sort of lurking. Or he's off doing other stuff. Oh, you wanted me to check out the manga? I mean, I'll definitely check out the manga eventually, but I'll probably start with like I'll just continue with the anime. I know someone said while like during the reaction that like the slows down a little bit in like the next few episodes or whatever because it was like catching up to the manga or something. So they were trying to like space things out a little bit more, but um it's okay. It'll be a bit slower, but I still want to continue with the anime because I started it and we'll just keep watching. But I definitely check out the manga at some point because it sounds like there's like some nuance to the story and like the characters that like just doesn't get translated well into the anime adaptation. So I definitely want to check it out at some point, especially since I know I'm gonna like finish Bleach and I'm gonna feel empty and I'm just gonna want to like experience it again. So I'll probably want to read the manga for that alone. Yeah, I feel like they will censor a lot of stuff with the fights. Um, in that like we've seen them do some censorship before, So I feel like if the fights are gonna get more intense and more like action based, that there's gonna be more censorship with it. Yeah, get a taste with the Thousand Year Blood War arc. Um, we'll see. We'll see what I get to the manga. We still have a lot of show left to watch. I feel like isn't it also like the new stuff that they're animating? Like they're not gonna censor it as much? I feel like I heard something about that. I feel like I'm gonna finish it right before two. I hope I can finish it. Um, I want to finish it by the end of the year at like the very latest. I'm hoping that I'll have some extra time so that like I can kind of like check out like the films and maybe get started on the manga and like go back to some of the filler and stuff like that before the new episodes drop, but we'll see. Yeah, that's how Blur started. He was like just gonna see what the Thousand Year War arc was about or Blood War was about, and now he has to read the whole thing. Or did he read the whole thing? I don't know where he's at because a lot of his stuff that's like manga and like mangua and web comics that he reads, I like can't watch his videos because it's stuff that like you guys want me to check out. So I'm like, I just like pop in, click the like button, and then I leave because I'm like, I can't actually watch your video. I love Bleach's OST. It's really good. I really like the like music for the arrancar, like the Spanish influence on it, with like the guitars and strings and stuff. I really love the sound of it. I'll have to like go and check out the full songs later. Yeah, okay, so it's Grammy, it's a like midnight time slot, so it's not gonna be censored as much. I guess that's part of it too. Like when is it gonna be on? And what kind of audience are they gearing it towards? Like I feel also because Bleach is like an older show, they're gonna assume that the audience has like grown up. So it's not gonna be for as young of an audience, like target wise. The target audience isn't gonna be as young as they probably thought it was when they first started animating the show. Whereas like that audience that was like younger when the show started has grown up, right? It's been years. So they probably are like, well, we won't censor it as much because we're like expecting people who've already been fans of the show to come and watch it. We need that gore. I'm not a big gore person. I feel like I'm better about it if it's like animated as opposed to like live action. I don't like gore in live action. I don't deal with it well. Oof. Yeah, that is true. Like characters are going to be acting according to like the more serious wounds, but like it's not actually like you don't actually see it. That's like in my favorite example of censorship is if you live in North America and you watched Yu-Gi-Oh growing up, the like North American version of Yu-Gi-Oh, because in Japan they have like firearms, just like bad guys in it will have firearms, but you can't have like weapons in kids shows. So they would just like edit out the guns and like so like people would just like point at people. They just like point at the main characters and the main characters would be like He would be like so scared. I'm like, what? The bad guy just pointed at you. Why are you so freaked out? And is because like in Japan, they're like actually in danger. But it's so funny to like to know about now as like an adult, or just like I was so confused as a kid. I was like, why is pointing such a scary thing in this universe? I'm so excited for the next couple of episodes though, because it's gonna have to be like a rematch, right? At least between like Ichigo and Grimmjow. Are we like finally gonna get some kind of conclusion to their fight? Because it's not like the Ironclad this time are gonna like leave like they have the other times. Like because they're like in their home turf, right? Like Ichigo is making like an offensive move. So there's gonna have to be actually like somebody who wins the fight, right? So we're gonna see what's gonna happen. It's gonna be like one last round of Ichigo versus Grimmjow and see how it works out. Who's Ishida gonna fight? I want to know what Ishida's like powers, where they're at, because it looks like he can use them pretty well. He was able to move around in the um throat. What is it called in Spanish? Hang on, you guys wrote it down for me. The garganta. Ishida was moving around pretty good. So it looks like he at least has like some precision to the way that he's able to use his abilities, but I want to know like to what extent he like has access to them. Like is he at the same level he was before, or is he like still trying to build up his power? Who is Sato gonna fight? Because I want it to be someone who he can definitely handle, because I need my sweet boy to be okay. Just give him an easy one. Give him a pushover so he can win the battle and feel good about himself and doesn't get seriously hurt. That's all I ask. Will I react to the live action movie of Bleach? Yes, eventually. And possibly I will watch it with Blur because apparently he has not seen it. And we watched the first movie together, which unfortunately I wasn't able to do on YouTube because my internet was being super super weird, and I have to figure out some things about like setting it up. So we just did it over on Discord. We watched it. So hopefully I'll be able, when I do react to the live action movie, there won't we'll like have all the technical stuff worked out, and then Blur can come. It was actually his idea. So if you watch the first movie with us over on Discord, he actually brought it up. He's like, I haven't seen it, so we should watch it together. So we'll see what happens. We'll have to work out exactly how we want to do it. And whether or not it'll be on my channel or his channel, I don't really know. We'll have to talk about it. Yeah, see, like, Ichigo, as far as we know, has like 11 seconds, right? Where he can be in his hollow form, which, like, didn't help him out much when he was fighting Grimmjow before. Now, Grimmjow has both of his arms, and we haven't seen Grimmjow's release yet, right? Like, he almost sort of did it before and then didn't actually. So, like, we haven't even seen Grimmjow go all out in a fight, and he can still like knock Ichigo around like it's nothing. So I don't feel great about Ichigo's odds. He's gonna have to pull out some kind of trick, or like someone else is gonna have to come and interfere with that fight. Sato's fighting Aizen? I hope not. I think Sato's gotten a lot stronger, but like he is not let's fight Aizen strong. Everyone excited for the possibility of us doing the live action? I mean, I'm mostly excited about the idea that you guys are all saying it's good because live action adaptations are usually awful. Like, they're usually the worst. And the fact that you guys are like, no, it's actually good makes me even more excited to see it because it's like an anomaly. It's something I'm not used to. So I'm definitely gonna watch it at some point. I just don't know when or like how it's gonna work. Okay, should we come to the end of this stream? It's been an hour and a half. I'm so excited for the next couple of episodes. I am really hoping that tomorrow I get to watch them because I'd be so excited. I mean, I would honestly, I would watch the next couple of episodes today because I literally have nothing else to do today. I like finished everything that I need to work on before like I went live, but I'm going to record some stuff instead of doing more Bleach. I'm going to do some Ergo Proxy and some Tower of God recording stuff so that that can be on the channel. So I'll have to leave the stream soon. Yeah, VR games are a lot of different worlds. Let's watch 10 episodes today. I mean, I would love to. I would love to just sit and binge it, but at the same time, I feel like I need to let some of the stuff, like, sit in my head so that I can, like, wrinkle my own brain when I think about it later. And also because I don't want to just do Bleach stuff, right? Like, you guys want some Tower of God? You guys want some other stuff on the channel? Grand Blue, Ichijo, Jojo. I know you guys want other stuff too. I feel like I can't do other stuff yet because I'm not very good at keeping up with like the stories I've already started. So I'm gonna I feel like 3 is kind of like my max. So I have like 2 shows and then Tower of God. So I feel like I'm gonna stick with those for a little while before I think about adding other stuff. Just because like I have a job. It's just like Wednesdays are super chill, so I have more time. Um, so I'm going to finish. Hopefully, we'll finish Ergo Proxy soon. If I actually just sit down and I watch it, which I need to do, so then we can start another show. And when I do decide to start another show, um, I'll like I'll put a poll about it over on Discord so that you guys can like vote. I just answered AB's question. I mean, as to like what shows I'll like ask you guys to vote on, I feel like I'm not sure exactly. I'll have to like kind of look through my list and kind of see kind of like the like little summary thing of like kind of what the show is about because I feel like I want to do something that's like a little bit different from like what Bleach is. Um and even like Ergo Proxy. Ergo Proxy is very like action based. Same with like I feel like Tower of God is too. Like there's lots of stuff that's kind of like in the same kind of action, adventure, suspense kind of thing and I kind of want to like have something that has like a different vibe to it. Um so I know like Nichijou is like a comedy, so like some that would be nice, something like shorter too, like a nice short series that I can kind of just like relax a little bit with would be nice. Will I do a series like Westworld? I have not seen Westworld. In terms of like doing stuff that's like outside of anime and stuff, I mean, I love genre fiction in general. Like I love science fiction shows. I love them so much. Like probably like my favorite movies are science fiction movies and TV shows are science fiction. So, I mean, whether or not I watch any of those shows on the channel and do reactions about them, it'll really depend on like what people want, what people are interested in. I feel like people really come to my channel for anime though, so like I feel like it would feel weird to do it. But I don't know, maybe sure that's like a second channel where we'll do like other shows that aren't anime maybe. If that's something that ends up happening. Watch One Punch Man. I've already seen One Punch Man. I know that show. I also know that well, like, it's so weird with One Punch Man because, like, the manga, like, the original artwork for it by One is, like, not great, but the story is really good. And then it got animated, at least for the first season, by Madhouse. So, like, the character design and the animation was amazing. And it's just, like, so weird to go from those two extremes. Yeah, I'm like JoJo is kind of similar vein in that it's like an action adventure show. I know it's like more comedic and it takes itself like a little less seriously. But also like it's longer and it's, shonen and I mean I'd love to watch JoJo, but like I feel like I also want to make sure that like there's a little bit of variety of stuff that people are interested in and also just for like me because I can only take so much stress, so many fights in the shows that I'm watching. Plus, if they're like some shorter shows, then I can kind of like watch a few different things before I get into like another longer show. If I were to be part of the X-Men crew, what would my name be and what would my power be? That's so random, Oscar. um, it's I don't know. I've always liked teleportation. Teleportation has always been my go-to superpower if I was gonna have one. And actually, my favorite um X-Men character has teleportation. So, because Nightcrawler is my favorite X-Men character. So maybe I would just be a knockoff of that if I was part of X-Men. What about Grand Blue? Grand Blue's on my list, don't worry. We'll get it. We'll get to it eventually. I just don't know when. Yeah, I know that they like redrew the manga for One Punch Man, so it looks a lot better. Um, but like the original art is like not great. They use it sometimes in the anime for like comedic effect. I did hear that there's new Bleach coming out soon, right? Because of the anniversary. What the dog doing? What? What dog? Antimatter? Would that be it? Would that be my name? There really isn't antimatter though. Well, it's complicated. I won't get into physics. Plus, especially since we're like at that point where like we don't know if dark matter like dark matter is actually a thing. So physics is like going through some stuff about like what is matter and what isn't. Invisibility, no, like invisibility, like sure you could be stealthy, but if you could teleport, then you could just go from one place to another. You wouldn't have to like sneak in anywhere. You could just automatically be there. Think of the like commute time you would save. You go anywhere in the world, it'd be great. Instantaneous. Yes, new Bleach chapter, which I won't be able to enjoy when it comes out, but you guys can be super hype about it. I'm gonna leave you guys though because I'm going to go and work on other stuff, get some recording done so that I can put out some other videos on the channel. Hopefully I will see you guys tomorrow for a couple more episodes of Bleach because I really want to know what happens. And I'm going to put a poll over on Discord to figure out if you guys want me to watch episodes 147, 148, and 149 because they're like labeled as filler, but a couple people have told me that like I should wait for like certain knowledge, certain stuff's talked about in it that I should know about. So, um, yeah, I'll let you guys decide over my Discord if later. And I will yeah see you in the next video. I'm gonna record some stuff and bye bye. I'm like starting to like buffer on my end, so bye bye.